and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, I'm Courtney and I'll be doing all types of videos about buying your first home, saving money, and just all things adult. So if you're interested, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, interact with me, and let's get started with today's video. All right, so getting into it, I have been in my home now for 7 months as of today. So we made it. We're still alive. The roof is still on. No fires or anything yet. So I think I'm doing pretty good. But one thing I wanted to talk about is I am living alone. This is my first time living alone. And I wanted to talk about some of the safety concerns, things that you can do to make yourself feel more safe living alone, to keep yourself protected. So these are some of the things that work for me, that help me sleep a little bit better at night. Now, everybody has different beliefs. I got my home blessed when I moved in. So my mom's friend came over, Miss Norma. She was so much help. That's really number one, what helped me sleep better at night. She blessed the home. She put holy oil on all the doors, the windows, and she said a beautiful prayer over my home. If I can find the footage, I'll insert it in this video.
First of all, opening your door until it's saving. Anything that's not like Jesus, in the name of Jesus, I rebuke you. You must leave this foundation. Jesus is here, and he's in the midst of us. You cannot be here anymore. You are out of this house for good. Thank you, Jesus. Come from the book of Proverbs, the 24th chapter, verses 3 and 4. It reads, "By wisdom a house is built, and through understanding it is established. Through knowledge its rooms are filled with rare and beautiful treasures." So we're going to thank God for everything that comes through this door. Father, God, we just thank you right now for this opportunity. God, we thank you for sending your son Jesus Christ down the cross for us. Lord, in all this turmoil that's going through this world right now, you are still here in the midst. Yes. You said that when two or more are in the midst, you are there with us. So we come together, Father, praying for this home and the blessing over this home. We ask that you just protect this home.
That has made me sleep so much better at night, just to know that there's no evil that can come into my home, that my home is protected, it's blessed. There is still holy oil. You can see it in the windowsill. So that alone helps me spiritually sleep better at night, mentally. So that was number one really for me. I know a lot of people get their home blessed before they move in. You don't know who had your home before you. I don't even want to think about who had my home before me. And I wanted to sleep in this home knowing that it was blessed and protected by the good Lord, right? Right. Next safety tip. So as a housewarming gift, I actually got the Ring camera. I love, that was one of the best things that I have for this home. I actually got a gift card and I took that gift card to buy the Ring, but it's still, to me, it's a housewarming gift. I definitely knew that I wanted cameras. I want to be able to see what's going on without having to go peek out of the window. The Ring camera has been good to me. Luckily, I haven't had any suspicious activity where I need to use it for that. But it is nice to see your packages being delivered. It's nice to look back and see like your friends and family come into your house. I also work from home. So when I'm working from home, I try and tell myself nobody should be coming to my home because technically I'm not at home, I'm at work. So if I was still in the office like I was this time last year, I wouldn't be able to answer whoever's knocking on my door. And I'm new to the neighborhood, so you get a lot of people coming trying to sell you alarm systems or to cut your grass for you and things like that. The Ring app is only $3 a month and you can add cameras to it. As you go, I plan on having this house stacked with cameras. I like being able to see it. It doesn't bother me during the night. It'll vibrate and I'm able to go back and look at my notifications. So I love it. If Ring could sponsor me, I would be happy. Definitely invest in Ring cameras. Ring also offers spotlights and all types of different cameras. During the night, if I do think I heard something, I just like pull up my camera and take a look around the house. And if everything looks good, I go back to sleep. So another thing that made me feel safe when I moved into my new home was I changed all the locks on the house, top and bottom lock on the front door and the back doors. The guy that I bought my home from, he gave me a thick ring of keys, had like 6 keys on it, but they were all the same exact key. And he's like, this is all the keys to the front and back door, all the locks or whatever, they're all the same. And he's like, that's the only keys that I have. My home was empty 2 years before I got it. The guy, flipped the home and redid it, but he had people come in and do the plumbing. He had people do, put the appliances in and everything like that. So I don't know who has a key to the house when I got it, or I don't know, maybe his brother has a key to the house and he spent the night here one night, a year ago. I don't know, but it made me feel safe to change the locks, and they're gold. They're really pretty. So, but now I know that I'm the only one that has a key to this door. So nobody's cousin, uncle, brother from the past can come and say, oh, I just happen to have this key and I was checking to see if it still fit in your door. Let me know. I've never lived in an apartment before. Can you change the locks on apartments? Like, does the maintenance department, at the apartment complex, do they change the locks in between residents, or how does that work? Next safety tip, windows. So make sure that you have windows that lock properly, that have their screens on the window. If you have a 1-story house, make sure that your windows are locked when you go to bed, or even when you leave the house, make sure you're locking it up properly. All of the windows in my home are like safety windows, so they don't open like the old school windows from the bottom to the top that you just lift them. They actually only open from the inside. I wish I knew the name of them, but they were just already here when I got here, so they can only open from the inside. That makes me feel 10 times better. Then nobody's gonna be opening my window through the night. You can find a home with like safety windows like mine did. Fantastic, but I would definitely suggest checking out your windows. I mean, I'm guessing somebody could throw a rock through the window if they wanted to, but. My next safety tip is sensor lights. I love sensor lights. I have them in my home. I have them outside of my home. Anything passes by, the sensor lights come on outside. My theory is when nobody wants to break into a home that is lit up. You want to go to the house that's dark, that's easy to get into, Nobody can see you or catch you. Anybody gets close to my house, I want it to be shining, y'all, like spotlight. I got mine from Walmart. I'm not sure of the brand, but they have tons of sensor lights. You can check like Home Depot, Lowe's, and they're inexpensive. I have a battery operated light. Definitely check out different type of lights. Again, Ring offers a camera and a light together, so that's a good one. Also, you guys, I have sensor lights inside of my house, and I'm gonna see if I can get it on camera for you guys. If I do, I'll insert it in the video. But pretty much as I'm walking through the house at nighttime and I have the lights off, like I'm going to the bathroom, the lights will come on. They were super inexpensive. I think they were like $10 each. So you can see without having to flip on all the lights. When you're tired at night and you kind of walk into the bathroom with your eyes closed because you don't want to wake up fully. It's just enough light to get you where you're going in the night and then get you back to the room. The lights stay on for about 10 seconds before they turn back off. And by 10 seconds, you should already be where you're going. It's battery operated and you just stick it to the wall. Make sure you guys are lighting your home up on the inside and the outside. It will help you sleep so much better. Also, you guys, protection. I'm gonna let you guys pick your own protection, whatever you feel safe having next to your bed, in your bedside dresser, under the bed, under the mattress. But just in case, God forbid, someone does break in, obviously have a form of protection, a bat, a knife, whatever it is that makes you feel safe, something you can knock someone out with, something you can stop someone, whatever it is. Get you some protection. Also, ladies living alone, pepper spray is a good option to have if you're walking from your car into the house. If you kind of have a long walk, it's good to have a little pepper spray because there could be people that are just waiting around your house. You know, your neighbors, people around you, I'm sure they realize when you live alone, you know, because you see your neighbors going to work, coming in. I know my neighbor came up to me and was like, oh, I know you work from home. Where do you work? Like, all in my business. You know, she can't help but notice. So your neighbors do pay attention to your patterns, where you go, what you do. So it is good to have like some pepper spray that you can take with you just from the car up to your door, something that you can just put around your wrist or take in and out of the car with you. So that's something, but definitely have some protection in your bedroom, wherever it is that you sleep. Have something that you can put your hands on in the middle of the night and do what you gotta do. And last and most important, in my opinion, is be careful, be careful, be careful who you bring to your home. Single people, be careful if you're dating someone and you're bringing them to your home and you don't know them that well. Do not bring them to your house, and next thing you know, everybody knows where you live. You know, I know you can always sell your home, but I always stop. Perfect time in a safety video. I'm always like, what's that? Where is my pepper spray? Definitely be careful dating new people. Don't just be saying, hey, you want to come back to my house? I always look at it like this. You know, when you're owning your home, you can't sell your home. I think it's after a year. I don't know if that's a Florida law or a homeowner thing, or if it was just the people who I bought my home from. I don't know, but I was told I can't rent my home out and I can't sell it for a year. So, and I haven't even hit a year yet. So I like to think that in my head, and even after a year, I'm sure I'm gonna be here for a few more years after that. The goal is at least 3 to 5 years. So I look at it like that. I can't just pick up and leave at just a short notice like I could with like breaking a lease on an apartment or something, you know? I think about it like that. You're stuck in this house for a few years and you don't want everyone knowing where you live. You don't want everyone knowing the layout of the inside of your house, what you have in your house for protection, where you keep your protection, your sensor lights, all that kind of stuff. One, we're in a pandemic still, so you shouldn't have too many people in your house anyways. But just be careful with inviting people back to your home, whether it's people that you're dating, whether it's friends that you haven't saw in years, or people who fix things like, you know, people go on Facebook or Craigslist to sell items and inviting them to your home to pick up the item. I had someone come to my house to fix the thermostat in my house. You know, now he knows where I live. And he didn't work for a big company. Shade Tree Mechanics, you know, I'm talking about people who you just found on the internet or that live down the street from your house. And you're like, hey, do you fix cars? And they come over and fix your car in your driveway. It happens, you guys. Plumber, that you have to be so careful with who knows where you live. Just be careful. So you don't have that worry that this person's gonna come back. You know, it's just such a bad feeling to feel uneasy in a place that you lay your head every night. So funny, even something so simple, when I first moved into my home, I ordered Chinese food. There's this Chinese food place that's like down the street from my house. Everybody loves it. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna order me some Chinese food. I had only been here maybe 2-3 weeks. And so the guy that delivers it, he's like, hey, I live right down the street from here on the same road. And he's like, no, how long have you been here? Because this house was empty for a while. Did you just move in? Do you live here by yourself? Is this your car? Is this your only car? Do you work from home? Like, he's all in my business, you know, but I let it go. I was like, well, you know, what's the chances he happens to live in this neighborhood? It's fine. A month or two, whenever later, he ordered Chinese food again. He comes over and he's the same way. This time he's like in the door frame of my house, like all the way in. Oh, nice. It could just be, he's just really, really friendly. I don't know, but it made me feel uncomfortable. He was so close into my home. But then he comes back like maybe 2 or 3 days after that. And he's like knocking on the door, ringing the doorbell. And I have my camera, I'm like looking outside, you know, and I see him, I'm like, what does he want? I know I ain't ordered no Chinese food now, like, so I'm like, what? So I'm just looking at him on the camera. He's just ringing the doorbell. He goes to his car and my phone starts ringing. And I'm like looking at the phone number, like, who is this calling me? You know, obviously I don't answer calls that I just don't know who it is. So I don't answer it. And then I get a voicemail right after. So I listen to it. He's still outside. So I listen to the voicemail and it's like, hey, Courtney, this is whoever from, you know, the Chinese place. And obviously he had my phone number because when you order, you put your phone number in just in case, you know, they can't find your house or whatever. So he still has my phone number from my order. So he's like leaving me a voicemail, like me and him are friends. And he's like, I'm outside. And it was, you know, morning time. It was like maybe 10 o'clock. But I'm like, no. So I didn't answer the door. And then finally he leaves and I open the door and there's a box of mangoes outside of my door. And I was like, oh, how nice. Me being paranoid, I was like, I don't know, maybe he put a razor in them. I don't know. You know, it's sad that the world that we live in, you go back and forth between maybe you just have really, really nice neighbors. And in my heart, I want to believe that he's really nice and, you know, he just doesn't understand space and that this makes me feel uncomfortable or you can't do that kind of stuff, you know? So I want to believe it's that, but you know, it's sad that the world that we live in, you have to be paranoid or you have to have a level of stranger danger. But yeah, my friends love the mangoes. I passed them out. So, and everybody's still alive. So I called the restaurant like, hey, I just want to say, you know, thank you for the mangoes, you know, just in case, you know, you never know. Maybe one day he's going to be driving by and see somebody breaking into my house and he's going to be that person that's going to save me or let me know. So, you know, but I told him, thank you for the mangoes. And he's like, yeah, no problem. Maybe one night you want to go to dinner? Tomorrow we'll go to dinner. Me, you, my wife. There is a language barrier between us. You have a boyfriend or, you know, does your boyfriend live there? And I was like, yeah, he does. He's like, oh, okay. And he's like, I didn't know. You can tell your boyfriend to come to dinner too. And I was like, okay, great. I'll let him know to come to dinner. I was like, okay, cool. You know, well, I'll call you some other time and we'll plan dinner. You know, it went from like, let's go tomorrow to like, I'll call you some other time and we'll plan dinner. I have not saw him since. And that was like a few months ago. So sometimes you just got to tell people that you got a husband that just got out of prison or something, you know? But protect yourselves, be safe. Ladies, be safe. Men that live by yourself, also be safe. Sure that you have lighting, you have cameras, check your windows, anything that makes you feel safe in your home. And thank you guys for watching my video. Thank you for hanging out with me. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment down below. Let me know some of your tips on keeping yourself feeling safe in your home, feeling protected. If there's anything that I missed that maybe I should be doing with my home. Let me know if you live in an apartment also, what do you do? Are you living up on the second floor or the third floor? Does that make you feel safer? Let me know. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.